Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is the books that I read this month in July. So I'm going to show you the books that I picked out originally for my July TBR. So these are the 6 that that I picked out. So the first one we're just gonna go down the stack and then I'll let you know if I read it or not. So The Missing Years by Lexi Elliott. So I did start this book. I don't know how much I got into it because I literally just lost the paper. This one I did start. I didn't finish it. I did think, actually, one of my videos recently, I DNF'd the book in, but I will be like reading it. I think I might try and read it a bit, maybe later in the year, when it's more like the right type of month for that. But I am on page 167, which is chapter 13. So I read like this much, which is like a decent amount, to be fair. I think it's about 35% I've read. I did enjoy the book. I just feel like I wasn't in the right mind to read it at the time because I was so busy with moving and packing for my holiday that I just didn't have time to actually read the book. But however, I did read 2 chapters whilst on the plane going on holiday, so I definitely can read it. I just feel like maybe that video was not a great idea to film at the time. But yeah, I do really like this book. I will be definitely finishing it at some point, but I think I might maybe wait until later in the year to finish that book. And I'm going to put the bookmark back in the book. It did just fall out because I was doing some thumbnails and I dropped the books by accident on the floor. Second book is Where the Crawdads Sing. I read this one, but I more listened to this book. I did start reading it a little bit and then I thought I just wanted it as an audio book instead, and I did enjoy the book. Generally really enjoyed it. I did have a few theories on this book. I think actually I had this book in the same one as this book. I think they were both in the same video, but this one I did enjoy. Okay, I did rate this a 3-star. I did enjoy it. I think it could have gone a bit differently. I feel like some parts in there I had ideas for, and I feel like these ideas probably would have been better than what actually happened in the book, and I feel like I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if that was the case. But however, I did enjoy it. Definitely do recommend it. I'm going to go for my next book, which I did also complete, which is the Richard Osman, The Bullet That Missed. I did enjoy this book. I don't think it was my favourite out of the whole series so far. This is the 3rd book in the series. It's the 30 Murder Club series. So they've got the 30 Murder Club, this book, and I think this is the 3rd book. The Man Who Died Twice, I believe. There is a 4th book. I don't know the name of the 4th book. It is the purple cover though for the 4th. I do want that book so bad because I think the series overall is a 5-star, but this book personally was not a 5-star. I did enjoy the other 2 more. And I think it was more just the fact that this one, because I was so like stressed with so much stuff happening, I couldn't get into it as much. So maybe I will reread this one day and I probably will end up rating it a 5-star. But at the moment it's only a 4. It's quite a fun book. They were trying to like solve cases and stuff, and then one of the people got kidnapped. And I don't want to say it because it's going to give it away, but it was from that kidnapping. So much stuff happened that, like, my god, was so many plot twists. Like, I did not expect any of that to happen, but it definitely kept me on my toes. I was so like into the book. I couldn't put it down. I had to read it. It was honestly a great book. To be fair, I might end up actually rating it a 5. I might change my rating. I did enjoy this book a lot. I did really enjoy this book. Next book I am still reading, but it is Still Alive. Yeah, I'm on chapter 19, which is page 148. So I have read a decent amount. I've read this much. It is 492 pages. I've been reading this one on my phone and on here because on my phone it's like for some reason when I downloaded it, it's like way less pages, but it's still the same pages. Just how the format is, it's like looks like less, and it's been helping me read it a bit quicker. So did enjoy this a lot. I definitely will be reading this over the next few days. I will definitely let you know because I definitely want to finish this before end of August, so I will let you guys know what my rates are properly at the end of August. But I think it might be a 4 or 5-star. I think it is a high rated book, so I will let you know when I finish the book what the actual rating is, but at the moment I don't know. I'm not finished it yet, but I will be finishing that book. Okay, so the next book it's called One Last Stop. It's by Casey McQuiston. I don't know how to say her surname. I DNF'd this book. I didn't like it. I just couldn't get into it. I tried to read it so many times. I think I read about 20 pages or something, which is very little, I know, but I just couldn't get into it. It was just, I was putting the book down and I just wasn't wanting to pick it back up. I wasn't wanting to read it. So I did DNF this book, and I will be donating this to charity because I don't want the book anymore. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like this book got so many good reviews like ages ago, which is what made me want the book in the first place. But then I was trying to look on TikTok and different places for like reviews, like good reviews, positive reviews, to get me into the book so I could read it. But everything that I found was just bad reviews, so it didn't help, and I ended up fully DNFing this book, and I'm not going to be reading it at all. So that's going down there. And the last book in that stack of 6 is I'm Glad My Mum Died. Honestly, I enjoyed this so much. I gave it a 5-star. I enjoyed this book. This is a 5-star. I loved like her going into all the details about everything in her life, how she had like different relationships with different people and how they, like, certain things affected them relationships. And I'm hoping now she's not in that environment anymore. I hope that she can actually get help, and hopefully she's living a greater life. Yeah, I enjoyed this book so much, honestly. Probably one of my favourite books of this year, which is saying something. I'm going to say a couple of books that I've read but I've not finished, because I did actually start more books, which sounds so bad saying that I didn't even finish 2 of my books and I'm reading other books, but I just felt like in the mood to read them. So The Great Gatsby, I've been listening to that as an audiobook, and I listened to about 41% of it up to yesterday, and I will probably be finishing that. And next book that I've started reading last month, which I don't know what I'm going to be, if I'm even going to be finishing it this month or not, because I was buddy reading this with someone, but then that person's not really responded to me since, so I've only read like 2 chapters, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm buddy reading it or not. And I've got like 8 books I'm meant to be reading this month, so I don't know if I want to actually finish it this month or maybe next month, which is Powerless, which I do have the whole series, so if I don't end up finishing it this month, I probably will just pick this series for next month to read. But yeah, I do want to do a little reading vlog though with this book, so if I do end up reading it, it will be in a reading vlog for you guys. But this is the book that I read a little bit of. I've got a bookmark in there. I've got to chapter 3, so I read 23 pages in total, which is not much at all, but I was actually enjoying this book. This is my first time reading anything fantasy, so I don't know if I'd actually enjoy it or not, but I am. It's a great book. It's a great book. I was in Italy for a week last week. I got back on Friday. I'm quite sad about that. Next book I got when I was on holiday, it is the book called When in Rome. I was not in Rome, I was in Florence, and I was like, I know it's not in Florence, but it's close enough. But this book, oh my god, I think I'm a romance girl. It was the best book ever. So I did actually rate it, and I've got a little review. So my rating's 5-star, guys. I don't know if it's because I don't really read romance and stuff, but it is for it's 5-star. Anyway, sorry guys. I put same reaction. I thought it made me so excited to see their feelings change and for them to finally tell each other. I loved her relationship progression with all the people in the book. It was such a cute book. I don't want to give too much away, but obviously the girl is a singer. She needed a break, so she went on a little trip away to somewhere called Rome, because she watches some movies with her mum when she was younger, and one of the movies was someone who went on a trip to Rome, Italy. But Rome, Italy, because she's from the United States, is a bit far, so she went somewhere else called Rome in the United States. The guy, Noah, wait, what was the girl's name again? Amelia, but she went by Ray Rose. He was called Noah. He lives in the place that she ended up in, Rome, and he owns a bakery, pie shop bakery. So they ended up talking, whatever, and they caught feelings for each other, but they kind of were like not wanting to catch feelings for each other, because they kind of both was making it clear that they didn't want a relationship, but their feelings outrode that, and honestly it's the cutest book ever. I want a second book just off this relationship, just to like, I need a second book, guys, for this, just this relationship alone. I love it so much. I want to see like where it goes in the future. Like I don't know, I just feel like this could be such a cute like little prequel. But I do know there is a second book into this series, and I will be getting my hands on that whenever I can get my hands on it, because it is based on one of his sisters, the second book, and I kind of want the book. I want it. With how much I love this book, I feel like I'm gonna love the second book, and yeah, I did rate this 5 stars. So I did in fact read 4 books and then read about half of these books and then the slightest bit of this book. Hopefully now that it won't be as stressful when I'm in August, I will actually be able to read my whole TBR, and that is 8 books plus potentially a 9th book, potentially. But yeah, that is the books that I read in July. Bit of a messy video saying that I didn't read half the books I was meant to read, and hopefully my August TBR, sorry guys, hopefully my August wrapped up will be a little bit more in the actual books that I picked for my TBR for this month. But I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Bye guys.